and then we'll get on with the vote. We have been working on this for 18 months. I chaired a subcommittee that was open to the public, and we had open dialogue at every one of those meetings. There were 6 of them. We discussed this at multiple planning board meetings, and as several other folks have said, we've been working on this for a year and a half. We've been in public hearings with the commissioners. This has been all over whatever media we have within Chatham County. So it's been looked at, it's been talked about, and there's been an awful lot of input received. And that input is appreciated. I think there are legitimate concerns. And I think in a perfect world, you would start with a land use plan and then proceed with the zoning. This isn't a perfect world right now. We're the second fastest growing county in the state. Chatham Park alone will add 65,000 people, 55,000 people, almost doubling our population, never mind all the ancillary businesses and these sorts of things that have come in as a consequence of that. The mega site, which we hope becomes successful because that'll spur economic development in the western part of the county. That's going to be a situation where if you want someone to come in with good paying jobs, they're probably not going to come in if there isn't zoning in that area of the thing. This is the zoning is an economic benefit. Anyone who is thinking of coming to Chatham County with good paying jobs, good jobs, they are not going to come unless there is zoning because they want to know what's going to be next to them. They want to know the residential subdivisions where there's workers work are going to be protected in some kind of way, and they want to have some input about what's next to them. I heard about subdivisions earlier. Just because something is zoned R1 doesn't mean anything. Without zoning, anyone can come in and do a subdivision now with a lot fewer restrictions than if zoning were in place. As Ms. Moose said, the agriculture is important to me. I come from agricultural roots, and the fact that agriculture is exempt along with the accessory businesses that are associated with agriculture, they're exempt as well. Timbering activities are exempt. We have a lot of natural resources in Chatham County, and some people express concern about that tonight, and they express concern in other meetings as well. We have 3 major rivers, we have Jordan Lake. Zoning will help protect these waterways, and that's absolutely essential. Once you've lost water quality, you've lost it. It's very hard to get back. Another thing that's important to me is that without zoning, there's very little chance for landowners to comment on, have any influence over anything that goes next to them. We've already seen some examples of, I think Jason said today, that 12 mining permits are in some sort of process within Chatham County. 7 of the 8 counties that border Chatham County are fully zoned, and the other one that is not, Alamance, has a very heavy industry zoning regulation in place. That means a lot of the things that aren't allowed in other counties that we might not want are going to come here without zoning. 7 of the 8 counties that surround us, that border us, are fully zoned. I do think that there's legitimate concerns about current businesses. Current businesses should not, in my mind, be punished by any zoning action. And I do believe that we should do as we did in 2009 when the major corridors were zoned, and that is offer those current businesses a chance to be zoned according to their current activity, whatever that is, whether it be office, institutional, heavy industry, commercial, whatever that is, and allows those owners of those businesses to have flexibility that perhaps a non-conforming status would not allow them to have. And I would certainly support that. Regarding the Jordan Lake issue, it's crazy to me to have R1 in the Jordan. The only reason to zone the Jordan Lake area is if by some quirk of fate, and the unlikely possibility that the Army Corps gives back some of the property they took from us in the mid-70s, that we would want to have that area zoned ahead of time. instead of R1, that should be R5 because it's adjacent to Jordan Lake and those waterways should be protected. The bottom line is I will vote for Mr. Ells' motion tonight, and those are the reasons that why I'm doing it. And whatever we vote tonight will be a recommendation to the commissioners for them to take up. But I think we should have some discussion about the Jordan Lake lands as well as the existing businesses as part of that recommendation. But thank you all for coming tonight. We do appreciate your input. And with that, I'll call for the vote.
I was going to call the question.
Okay. So we have a motion and a second. We've had ample opportunity to express our opinions. So let me ask that all in favor of Mr. Ells' motion, raise your hand.
What was the motion again? Can you repeat the motion?
To recommend the map that, to recommend the map that was the zoning map, countywide zoning, that was held at the 6/16 hearing. I believe the map is dated March of 2016. Recommend that for adoption.
Yes, it's indicated in the materials for the 388 acres that were indicated in the materials you received at tonight's meeting.
And that would include R1.
Yes. R and R5 and the appropriate watershed districts.
If we wanted to consider the existing businesses and the Jordan Lake.
I would ask we come back to that right after this. Let's get this settled.
And then we'll have a discussion of that and see what everyone's thoughts are. Thank you. All in favor of the motion, please raise your hand. All opposed? Thank you. The motion carries